Hello guys, welcome back to my reaction channel. Today we're going to react to One Piece episode 358. Now guys, last episode, we're finally getting the main battles, right? Zoro versus the Samurai, Sanji versus Upson, the guys trying to snatch Nami, and then we have Luffy in front of Moria, who's not really taking him seriously, so that's gonna be interesting. And also that giant Oz not listening to everybody, just wrecking havoc around this thriller park, right, ship and all that. So I don't know how this is gonna end, but something tells me we're in for a ride, because the real battles are about to start. Oh, and Usopp versus that girl Perona, but the Negativa ghosts ain't doing shit to Usopp because my man depressed as hell. That being said, if you enjoy my reactions, feel free to share, subscribe, like, leave a comment, join the Patreon, support your boy Discord, all that. Let's go, man. Okay, so we're starting with Sanji because he's the weakest of the trio. What about the salt? Oh, he's going for it. Damn. What the? What the? He can control the shadows? So it's not just stealing your shadows. He can control shadows. Like, all the shadows in the room are his to command. Hey, yo, Quincy's shaking in their boots, bro, because Quincy's used shadows to hide from... Imagine this guy Moria just casually... It doesn't matter, bro. So, yo, he doesn't even have to fight, man. My man just created a clone out of himself from a shadow in a room. Damn. And he said he can just order all the shadows to go back to their respectful masters. I mean, I guess that makes sense, but still, he has a weakness, Salt. Like, when you dispel a zombie, that shadow goes back to Moria or the masters. Maybe it goes back to Moria, in which case, yeah, you have to actually defeat Moria to get the shadows back. Now, that's crazy. Yeah, it really did. Okay, so that's why he's allowing him. He just needs Luffy's shadow because it's a strong shadow with a strong personality. But the memories of his former self will quickly fade away and he will just revert back to his mindless zombie. And that's why he's letting him go on this rampage, because there's no point to fighting him. He just has to wait this out for him to just become a fully fledged zombie, and then he gets to control all that power. Yo, that's why Moria ain't sweating. That's a neat ability, not gonna lie. He doesn't have to lay a finger. Oh, he's gonna come back. Not him. Usopp was ready for it. Hilarious statement. She was not expecting that at all. Yo, my man ready. Wait, he did miss. Nah, this is still a ploy, right? This is a trick. It's a part of his plan, yeah. Yeah, fire. They're afraid of fire. Yo, this guy's devoted. But this zombie is goofy looking. But he's strong. They shouldn't be permanently down. They're going back into the ground. Even the trees are running away. Yo, this dog can't catch a break. Hey, I like Sanji as a character, but they like to make him simp a whole lot. Yeah, he had a devil fruit, so he would sink. But I guess this zombie doesn't have a devil fruit, so... He can't swim, but he can walk. That's true salt water. We just gotta drown him. I mean, I guess that's not a good way to describe it. He's not really a perv. Brook's more of a perv. He asked for her panties, right? Sanji's like chivalrous. Like, he wants to marry her, date her, kiss her, right? Hug her. I mean, I'm sure he wants to get some too, but right, he doesn't lead with that. So, I mean, he's not really pervy. He's just a simp. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. If that's actually your girl, you should be nice to her and want to do all those things with her. But if you're doing all those things without her reciprocating, you're a simp. Like, and that's what he's doing. Because Nabi made it clear multiple times, she don't want you. They're the same. Yo.
いやいや、人間だ。間違いない。おお、焦った。ナミさんに当たるとこだ。レディのいる場所で人を巻き込むような攻撃は避けるべきだろう。よく避けたな、貴様。おそらくあれが貴様のゾンビ。
Okay, they just answered my question about Brook. I didn't connect that shit. Yeah. The personality fades away over time. So Brook facing that samurai and that samurai not resembling Brook at all is because its personality faded away completely, right? So the first time they fought, he might have gotten a glimpse of himself in that zombie, but not anymore. But since Sanji's a newly appointed zombie, aka that little penguin, it still has an ego and like Sanji's memories and personality. Okay, so they just explained.
ジェネラルゾンビにも入れてもらえなかったところを見ると、本体の戦闘能力もたかが知れてるというもの。権威性ばかりのペンギンで実に弱かった。そんな下っ端がジェネラルゾンビの指揮を務め、怪人。おいらは今忙しいんだ。強力な部下たちを貴様らの船長のゾンビに潰されたかもしれんし、その前においらは花嫁と誓いのキスを済ませねばならない。
He doesn't care.
この顔面もちろん祭りマン。アブサロム様。
He connected.
なんだこの蹴りは。ホグバックの手で野生の力を移植したオイラの体が吹き飛ぶとは。サニー号に現れてロビンちゃんを舐め回した猛獣はお前だな。
何か捕まって。
Yep.
風呂場でナミさんの裸をじっくり見たのもお前だな。
Right, he's abusing the man.
俺の目を見て言ってみろ。蹴り潰してコロッケにしてやら。くそ、一旦回避だ。
He just said he's gonna cook him. Oh yeah, that's
ウソップ特製ソルトボール。怒りで体が爆発しそうなんだよ。
Wait, he has a bounty. Did they not recognize his face because he was goofy looking?
そして運の悪いことにもう一つ俺とお前には因縁がある。
I mean, I guess he does have a connection, right? Considering that they both simp for Nami for obvious reasons. But yeah, they almost became best friends if it wasn't for getting pissed at one another for both wanting Nami. So they're kind of like conflicted in that regard. But yeah, Sanji pretty much went Super Saiyan because this man, wants Nami for himself, and Sanji can allow that no matter how much he understands where this dude is coming from. Insane episode. But yeah, they explained about the personality issues going away. That's why Moria feels confident that the giant Oz is gonna lose his Luffy personality over time, and then he gets to command that big giant oath, right? And same with Brook Samurai. That's why he was so cold to Brook, and yeah, they finally explained that. I'm sure you guys are gonna explain in the comments too, but yeah, it helps when they do it in the show. I think we're gonna get a yap session from my editor right now, but I'm not sure. Let's see.
So they have a connection? What, that they're both perverts? Okay, well, jokes aside, they were both fawning over Nami's beauty while she was literally asleep, so I guess, they're similar in some ways.
Yeah.
But, well, whatever. I am going to continue with showing all of Oda's manga cover artwork now. Last I did volume 11 and 12, which is chapter 91 to 108. Today I'm going to do volume 13 and 14, which are chapter 109 to 126. Now, before that, I forgot to mention last time that one of the pages of chapter 107 was drawn in color for the magazine release, and it's this one. Yeah, Usopp drinking, and this was back in Whiskey Peak, by the way.
Okay.
Oda only draws stuff in color for special occasions, yet out of all of the things to draw in color, he did this? Out of all things? That's so random, man, but okay, whatever. Moving on, time to show volume 13's cover.
I guess that proves it's not just for special occasions. He's just doing it for the hell of it.
It's a fat Luffy with all the Baroque Works members that were introduced in Whiskey Peak, so yeah, that is definitely this arc. Now, 109, 110 continue the Kobe and Helmeppo cover story. Here you see them with Garp, right? Next, chapter 111's cover is a double-page color spread, and man, I love this one so much. Let's switch over to the color walk now. You see the crew looking incredibly cool, especially Nami with a really cool outfit, holding a gun and stuff. A snake in the background is trying to eat Luffy's meat. Usopp has a lot of supplies on his back.
Pause! It's trying to eat Luffy's meat. I'm gonna stop. Let's go.
I really like Zoro's clothing as well. This aesthetic actually makes them look like bounty hunters, especially Nami, which makes sense. This was the Whiskey Peak arc after all, where we had like a bunch of bounty hunters going after the Straw Hat crew.
Yeah.
Oda's comment on this colored art in One Piece Color Walk 2 is this: a night of the full moon. An ancient ruin serves those dark shadows well. So yeah, that isn't really much, but I mean, it's still cool that he commented on this. And yeah, you also see it's nighttime in this artwork, which again makes sense because Whiskey Peak took place at night, where Zoro stayed awake and absolutely destroyed everyone. I mean, all those bounty hunters got blown the hell back by Zoro's power. One Piece is featured on the cover of the magazine this week, and it should come to no one's surprise that Zoro is on the cover taking the spotlight here because he was absolutely wrecking everybody. And he points one of his katanas on a bounty hunter that he's stepping on. Really awesome. But this cover is actually pretty misleading because you see Luffy cheering him on and stuff, but in the actual story, this dude Luffy was mad that he attacked those people, and so Luffy fought against Zoro. False advertising, you gotta love that.
Yeah.
Chapter 111 also came with a color page in the magazine. It is the moment where Nami was actually revealed to be awake as well, and had a devious idea after Igaram told Vivi is a princess, right? Now moving on, chapter 112, 113, 114, Garp takes Kobe and Helmeppo into Marine headquarters. Chapter 115 and 116 also continue the cover story where you see Kobe and Helmeppo training with each other. You probably remember this part incredibly well, so yeah. Now, chapter 117's cover is very cool. It's a double-page color spread once again, and it's of Dori and Borogi, the two giants on Little Garden, right? So we're in that arc now, and the crew are all on those two, and as you can see, Vivi is actually now finally included in the cover arts of the crew, because she's obviously here now. You see her standing on Dori's shoulder, Luffy's playing with Dori's beard, Usopp is on Borogi's leg, acting like the brave hero that he wants to become. Very cool stuff, right? Oda's comment on this colored art in the color walk is this: giants are big and kind. I didn't want it like that. The big guys are strong and violent. I'm sure that's how giants would be if they existed. Yeah, so that is Oda sharing his opinion here that he thinks that giants shouldn't be gentle. Pretty neat. This week in the magazine...
Well, I don't know, bruh. Honestly, when you think about it, about masculinity and all that, right? Like, it makes sense that they're kind, jolly giants, right? Because you're big, strong, and you have the power to dismember somebody with one punch, right? Because you're so massive. But your strength is actually holding back because you know you can destroy that ant, but you're not gonna do it because why would you do it, right? you're gonna set an example of your strength by not doing it. Everybody knows you can do it, but you're not gonna do it, right? So I don't know, like, of course they're gonna be violent if you piss them off, like they were in the show, but I think I can understand them being gentle, because gentle giants, because everybody knows they're strong.
As per usual, whenever Oda draws colored art, it features One Piece on the cover, but not specifically just One Piece. Actually, every single series that was releasing in Weekly Jump at the time. You can also see Naruto here on the top left, for example. This is because this released right before New Year's of 2000, which was a big thing, obviously. Of course, previously, there were One Piece artworks made for calendars like the year 1999, so of course there's a calendar on the inside of the magazine for the year 2000 with a very cool artwork with Mary, Luffy sitting on top of the ship, of course, with the crew below him and stuff. No Vivi, though. I guess Oda didn't consider her a nakama yet, or maybe this was made in advance. The art is a bit easier to see in the Color Walk, but of course in Color Walk 2, it's just a page of the artwork itself, no calendar included, which makes sense. Color Walk 2 was released in 2003 after all. So now I'll show you Volume 14's cover. It is Luffy, Vivi, and Karu with Mr. 3 and Miss Golden Week in the background, tinted in green. Pretty neat cover. So chapter 118, 119 are the end of the cover story with Garp trading Kobe and Helmeppo. So yeah, that's pretty cool. One thing though, the week of chapter 118's release, One Piece is once again featured on the cover of the magazine with all the other ongoing Shonen Jump series at the time, because this was the first ever issue released in the year of 2000. Now that the cover story is over with Garp and stuff, we actually return to fun artwork with crew members and animals. Chapter 120's cover is Luffy riding this camel, and the funny thing is, this was still during Little Garden, but this really reminds me of Arabasta. Maybe foreshadowing? I don't know. The camel has Luffy's hat on because it's literally Luffy. Like, that camel is just like Luffy. I mean, look at them. They're both having their mouths open, you know, huffing and puffing and stuff, looking all tired, and the camel has Luffy's scar, right? Like the one under his eye, they both have it. That camel is like his spirit animal, basically. Luffy, meanwhile, has a...
This is literally you, editor, when there's like 20 degrees Celsius up north. Like, you start complaining like it's 40 degrees.
Cobra on his head. This artwork really reminds me of, like, Luffy, you know, huffing and puffing, like I said, in the desert in Arabasta. I mean, come on. Vivi's dad is named Cobra, and Luffy has a cobra on his head. Maybe this is foreshadowing. Okay, whatever. I'm just overthinking it again, whatever. Anyway, chapter 121's cover is Zoro actually doing handstand push-ups while a horse is relaxing in his hammock. It's also drinking tea and reading, so, okay, random, but it is very cool to see Zoro always training and stuff. Chapter 122's cover is Nami and this monkey. Now, first of all, I really like Nami's outfit here. Like, I feel like I'm one of the few people who actually really appreciates her fashion. This outfit is really cool. But anyway, they're actually on a boat here, and the monkey has a shovel on his back, and I'm assuming that he has a shovel for treasure hunting, to dig up treasure, perhaps. I mean, you know, this is Nami that we're talking about after all, so yeah. Now, chapter 123's cover is Usopp and this giraffe, who Usopp actually hired as a guide, it seems, you know, to navigate, and Usopp is asking the giraffe if, like, the way that he's pointing is the right way. This kayak that Usopp is actually on seems to be Usopp's own because his name is written on it, Usopp 4, right? Yeah. Maybe that means it's his fourth boat, or the 4 is there because he is the fourth crew member. I'm assuming it's the second one because we did have Luffy, Zoro, and Nami cover arts right before this one after all. Chapter 124's cover is Sanji as an agent carrying a case with top secret material. You see he's exchanging sign and countersign with the boatman at this transportation stop named Tsuru Transportation. Sanji looks pretty cool with glasses, actually. That's a pretty cool thing. Chapter 125's cover is Vivi and Karu actually being at this boutique shop trying out very fashionable clothes. Look at Karu with his serious face, man. You really gotta love it. But yeah, man, that is really nothing much. Finally, chapter 126's cover is the start of a cover story that I actually already told you about. This did not get animated, but I did tell you about it like a long time ago. I think around Arabasta is when I told you this. It's when Django and Full Body, the two who served under Hina's Marine unit, actually, like, you know, became friends and stuff. Like, I remember you really liking this cover story. Yeah. But luckily, I won't have to actually talk about it in detail because I already told you and showed you everything. Well, that is it for me. Hope you really enjoyed. See ya.
I did. But I'm starting to think that since I'm not saying much because I'm trying to listen, right? Maybe when I finish my reaction, maybe I'm just gonna let this play for you guys. So who wants to see it can see it without my face in it. And then in the end, if I have something to add, I'll add, right? And I'll watch this off camera, right? Because this way you're just watching me be quiet and watching the show. So you can just watch, right? So I think maybe I might do that in the future. We'll see. Because there's not much for me to react here because it's a lot of jam-packed information, cool little details that I, put in my video because I know a lot of you don't know about it and might want to know about it, right? But yeah, we'll see. This was definitely cool of him to do, and yeah, like I said, another yap session. I enjoyed it, of course. The episode was also very interesting, and I don't think Sanji's gonna one-shot Absalom, but I think my man just shocked that Sanji's so strong. That's why he's getting thrown around right now. But I think once my man just focuses, the real fighting is gonna begin. That being said, I really enjoyed this episode. Hope you enjoyed the reaction, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe, love you, enjoy, and bye.